we're now going to kick it to our on-the-spot correspondents, Owen and Brendan, who are reviewing Jujutsu Kaisen.
Hey, I'm Owen.
Hi, I'm Brendan.
Today we're going to be talking about the pilot episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Check out the trailer.
Noroi wa hito no kokoro kara umareru. 人口に比例して呪いも多く強くなるでしょ。呪いは呪いでしか払えない。覚悟はできたってことでいいのかな。大丈夫、僕最強だから。俺は不平等に人を助ける。
私が私であるためだもの。
生き様で後悔はしたくない。両面宿儺はまごうことなき呪いの王だ。ま、好きな地獄を選んでよ。
Well, that was the trailer. So, having read the manga and, knowing, I guess, a little bit more about anime than I do, what did you think of the first episode?
All right, so I really liked the pilot episode. I think it sets up the first season perfectly, and it is a very close adaptation of the manga. The story is exactly the same, and for the most part, the paneling and the art stays pretty much the same. A lot of the different shots you see of the physical gags that they do with like the what was it, the sports coach and all of the comedy surrounding that is exactly the same as it is in the manga, except now it's all in color and in motion, which is fantastic. Otherwise, I think that Studio Mappa, the studio that is animating it, is doing a phenomenal job of keeping everything true to the source material, and I can't wait to see what they do with it next.
Yeah, on the animation, I thought it was really clean, and I love how they leaned into the comic aspect, just really like jumping, the characters jumping out of the screen, and, just all the funny aspects of it. So Itadori, the character, I think he's pretty interesting to talk about because one of the first other characters we're introduced to in the show is his grandfather, who is kind of a cranky old man, and he really just doesn't want to end up like his grandpa. And I mean, do you think this episode sets that up pretty well?
I 100% agree, because that's kind of his impetus to sort of start the journey and start his hero's journey arc through this shonen anime, to sort of be that stereotypical kind of young protagonist. And I think that is certainly a very good jumping off point for the series. And I think in the anime, spoiler alert, but after his grandpa dies in the first episode, it sort of helps him push himself to be a better person and become a jujutsu sorcerer.
Yeah, that in addition to eating the cursed finger, the enormously cursed object, is kind of the call to adventure. And I guess what separates him from his grandpa is the fact that he got this advice, and he doesn't want to die an old man who didn't save anyone and had no one. His grandpa, like, last words is die with other people, don't just be by yourself. And I think that really speaks to Itadori's character. He doesn't want his friends, even though he's only known them for a few months, in the haunted stuff club.
Yeah,
I forget what it's called, but
the occult club.
The occult club. But yeah, I thought even the minor, I guess, characters were set up really well, like the track coach and stuff, all really funny.
Yeah, I think the timing, and this comes down to the author of the manga. I'm blanking on his name right now. Phenomenal writing throughout the series. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the writing maintains in quality throughout the first 30 chapters, at least. That's how much I've read. It's really good. It's really just a funny, wholesome story that takes some really unexpected turns, and I think that was something that even is seen in the pilot. Like I fully did not expect the main character to eat this massively cursed I thought it was kind of like something that was going to be like, oh yeah, this is going to be like a powerful weapon that they use. No, it's he eats it. And I thought it was like, oh, wow, that's hilarious. And now it like sets up the rest of the story.
Yeah, and the irony with that cursed object is it's in a it's in a school, and in order to fight off other curses, they have to have this more powerful cursed object just in a place that kind of accumulates grief and sorrow. And I think it's really interesting that the other members of the occult club, I forget the girl's name, but she's really interested in the rugby field and what happened. And the track coach just kind of dismisses it as, oh, that was ticks. But then we come to find out that as the character, I forget his name, who...
Fugashiro.
Yeah, who's walking across the field, he's like, wow, there's a lot of cursed energy here. So they might be onto something, and I really can't wait to see how the rest of the season plays out.
Absolutely, me too.
But yeah, that was Jujutsu Kaisen. Definitely check it out, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Owen and Brennan, for that wonderful review. We'll be right back.
That's all for this week. If you want to follow more Review Crew content, go to the Review Crew Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok, as well as the Orange TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and YouTube.
Find the Review Q's podcast on Spotify or on our website at orangetvnetwork.syr.edu, where you can also find our blog and more OTN information.
Check out this week's virtual screening hosted by UU, Tenet.
See you next week.